that took a long time. And it's Exordium. I played this a couple of times, way more than the Shadows of November one, because it's much more polished, as well as much more interesting in the map design. So I'll just be showing off the things I've learned. Have you ever wondered if an object is springboardable? Because it's not as automatic as some games. If you really want to check, just go on the object you want to check, like this vent. Just jump on it. If you double jump on it, that's a springboardable object. Alright, say if you want to reach the top of a building, but you just can't because the wall climb is not that high. Sure, you could chain it into a wall run and a wall climb, but I doubt that has much height right there. So, instead, you could do what I'll borrow from another game called a static wall jump. It's a usual wall jump affair. But if you just don't move while you're doing the static wall, if you're doing a wall jump, then you just jump higher. So you could use that to actually reach the building you want to reach. Like so. Like so. There we go. It's pretty useful in some situations if you want to like poke around every nook and cranny of the city. If you really want to go onto the street really early and not find a weird complicated route, you could choose the fall damage stuff. This trick may not work the first time, so I may need to do multiple takes on this, but if you go into a stumble animation, you could just flat out cancel any fall damage that happens afterwards. You could combine a couple of tricks inside of a roll for some reason. Like, for instance, you could instantly slide out of a roll. I don't think it serves any practical purpose, but if you really don't like the rolling everywhere, you could do that. Another thing you could do if you really want to avoid rolling for some reason. Sometimes in some ledges, it has just enough height for you to just slide down. Sometimes. Let me try that again. There you go. Sometimes if you just slide off, you might just butt bounce. And then you have to go into a roll after that. So it could look cool, and also, you know, if you're trying to run away from someone, you could do that to throw them off your tail. If you want to, like, for some reason go over objects that just seem too much of a hassle to slide under or vault over, because hey, you might accidentally springboard. Well, if you time your jump just right as you're rolling, and the correct way to do it is, alright, say this is floor. When your face is just entirely covered in floor, just press spacebar. And then you'll just jump while in a roll. It has marginal usage, but you could probably use it in a time trial if you want. So here's another weird quirk that I found while I was goofing off. So you could also just combine, again, any other trick while you're in a roll, and it'll just have some weird properties. Like... wall running while rolling. It's very weird, and I don't think you're gonna do it unless it's by accident, but hey. Alright. So say you want to make a ledge grab. Okay, that works. Say you want to make a ledge grab, but then you just change your mind for some reason. Well, you don't have to just go up where your arms are facing. You could simply just break your neck anywhere and just climb up an invisible ledge. So in the event of like a minor catastrophe, or you just accidentally ledge grab onto the world for some reason, you could possibly still salvage it. If you really want to shave off some of that time off of some of the time trials, here's a trick that might work. I haven't tested it thoroughly, but you could try it. So basically, instead of, wrapping around the corner the normal way, you could shave off a few small seconds by just sliding and timing around the corner. It conserves your momentum, and also it's a straight, sharp corner instead of a rounded corner. Alright, now this is the part of the video where I just list off various random things that aren't really tricks, just weird quirks. Like how this pillar is springboardable. Some of the tarps in the game can just be passed through, and some of them are solid. If you get into like a state where the weird game streaming breaks, you can see some of them are transparent. So, be wary. Sometimes when you respawn, sometimes the script just breaks. So you just get a gloom filter and just walk really slow. You could respawn to fix it though. And as you're falling, if you just open up the menu, you just hover in place. Until you get off the menu, of course. And the best one I save for last, or just remembered it last, is if you manage to get down onto the street right at the beginning of where the bridge is, near the bridge view building, you can find a hidden little time trial. And there's a unique premise with this one that's different than the rest. You become a car. A human car. You can still slide and all that. Slide and roll and whatnot. And that's pretty much it. That's all I have to talk about for Exordium, unless I have some new thoughts about it. But that's really it. So I just hope you enjoyed this way overdue video on a game that, some of you might enjoy, some of you might not. And who knows, maybe I'll do another one in the future. Don't count on it. Don't hold your breath. So, see you later.